Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Bethany. I am an opera singer and I was in an MLM for 7 years. Also, I was super into the manifestation and personal development world. So, here on this channel, we dig into it, we debunk it, and you can all learn from my embarrassing mistakes. So, if that sounds like something you're into, hit subscribe or just watch this video. And if you like it, hit subscribe. And let's get right into it. Today, we are finishing up the Scotty Hobbs video. So let's go ahead and roll the disclaimer. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to. Without further ado, let's get back into Scotty. I believe where we left off, we were really getting into the scientific, medical, health, and fitness misinformation portion of the presentation. So look at that face. So like condescending. Let's get into it. There might be some repeating of what we saw last time because when you pause YouTube and you come back, it goes back a little bit and plays from there. So
loss. Here's the other thing. When they came off on the human clinical trials, when they came off of the lean, the people in the trials continued to lose weight up to they did the trial was up to, I think it was just over 30 days. They continued to lose weight after coming off lean because they created the habits that lead to sustainable weight loss. So lean is proven to go in and burn.
Sustainable for a 30-day clinical trial? Talk to me in 5 years. Talk to me in 10 years. Like 30 days, you can sustain almost anything for 30 days. Come on, man. Like, how stupid do you think we are?
Visceral fat around the abdomen and trunk area, which are your hips, your waist, your abdomen. The other thing is it helps with your leptin and ghrelin, which is the communication between your gut and your brain hormone, and it goes in and it helps suppress your appetite by 500 to 600 calories a day. So you're suppressing your appetite.
Okay. So I have to watch him so I don't look at myself. You guys, I created this gorgeous makeup look today. I accidentally created like a fairy princess bisexual pride look. Okay. So if you're bisexual, this look is dedicated to you. And I can't stop looking at myself. So I need to pull the YouTube screen up. So I'm only looking at Scotty. But before I do, it's just last time we talked about how GLP-1s work. He's making this lean peptide seem like it's better than Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, all of those. Like it's better. It's the same. It does the same thing. He's about to tell you it's going to like make you eat 500-600 less calories per day because of activating your hormones or whatever, your leptin and ghrelin. And we talked about that last time, that's how GLP-1s work. But the thing he said about like targeting visceral fat, like you can't spot reduce fat. Like we said before, the only way to lose weight is being in a calorie deficit, and you can't control where your body decides to burn the fat from. Unfortunately, I think we all would love if we could choose where we want the fat to come from. But unless you're getting a BBL or something, which is really dangerous, and I don't recommend it, but it's your body. Do whatever you want with your body. But you can't spot reduce fat. And then number two, now he's talking about the hunger and fullness hormones. And again, if these peptides worked as well as GLP-1s, you would not need a multi-level marketing company to sell them. Multi-level marketing is more about recruiting than it is about the actual product. So the people who join are the best customers. And one of the rules of it definitely was like a rule in Beachbody, but I've heard it in other MLMs too. It's be a product of the product. Like, how are you supposed to sell something that you don't use, that you can't like have experience with, et cetera, et cetera. And so like you start an MLM so you get a bunch of people like so dedicated in a cult-like manner, in my opinion, to these products that then you create all this lore around them, like he's doing right now, so that the people think that this is so much better and this is kind of like a miracle product. Like I have mentioned this before, I left Beachbody. I didn't leave, I got a full-time job in the fall of 2021, and I kind of like started just not inviting with Beachbody, and I still like ran my coach group and my challenge groups, and I was like, maybe I'll come back to it, but I still religiously used the products, like drank that freaking Shakeology every day and did the programs for about a year. I was in this apartment. So I moved to my current place in the fall of 2022. So a year after that. And I remember that it was when I lived here that I officially started looking for, like, I have a sense memory of looking up like all kinds of different like protein and superfood shakes. And superfoods is obviously a marketing term, but there is still a part of me that like believes in food as medicine. So I'm like, why not like get some of those like high nutrient foods? So I do the shake that I have now. It does have like superfoods or whatever, but it's $45 a month instead of $130 a month. So, eventually maybe I will feel like I don't need those and I'll be able to buy just like a $20 protein shake, or $30 whatever from Amazon, but $45 is not too bad. We'll see. But even a couple weeks ago when I got sick during Tech Week, I had an intrusive thought that was like, what if you had kept drinking Shakeology? Maybe you wouldn't have gotten sick because you didn't get sick very often during those years you were in Beachbody. I'm like, the world is a different place. I feel like we've all gotten sick a lot more since the post Panini era. Like we were all inside for over a year and like we lost a lot of our immunity, whatever. I don't want to spread medical misinformation. This is totally like me theorizing. I'm like, oh, it feels like there are more like strains of things that maybe we all haven't been exposed to, and that's why we're all getting sick more often. But it's I'm like, I will never go back on Shakeology. Like I will never do it. But the point is, it took me a year to feel like I had deprogrammed enough to cancel everything, to get shakes and supplements from other places and discontinue supplements that I was like, I don't really need this. I think this is just propaganda. But it took me a whole year to wean myself off. So creating a cult-like following around a product keeps that money rolling in, and just creating all the hype around it regardless of whether it works. Like if Shakeology really did everything that I claimed it did when I was in Beachbody, I wouldn't need to try so hard to get people to buy it and to get people to keep buying it month after month. People would cancel their Shakeology subscriptions, or they would skip a month, and if they were enrolled as a coach, then they would go inactive and my rank would go down and I would be so frustrated. And I was like, why can't everyone just stay on Shakeology every month? And it's like, if it did what I said it did, they would keep getting it. Like it wouldn't be so easy to skip a month. So if your peptides do what GLP-1s do, people like you would have a nationwide shortage. Like you would not have to try so hard to get people to do them. And if they did like manipulate your hormones to make you feel full so you could eat 500 to 600 fewer calories per day without feeling the hunger from that, nobody in Make Wellness would be doing faster way to fat loss also, because you wouldn't need intermittent fasting, you wouldn't need carb cycling, you would be getting those results simply from the peptides and your exercise program, whatever exercise you're doing. So you wouldn't need those faster way to fat loss meal plans, but everyone's doing that too. So riddle me that, Scotty.
The biggest thing I'm seeing with my clients is they're saying they have no food noise. Now, I didn't really know what that meant until I realized that I'm not craving ice cream, a full bag of chips, and sweets every single night. Like those cravings are completely gone. So obviously doing.
Yeah, I have to stop him because we're going to keep talking about this on every video because not everyone has watched all the videos that I've posted about these other Make Wellness Huns like Holly Hillier and Christina Delgado and almost every person that I have talked about on this channel has talked about food noise. Even Autumn Calabrese with the program she's trying to chill right now is talking about food noise. And they're all talking about food. It's a false equivalency. They're redefining what food noise means. They are saying food noise is just cravings, sugar cravings, like, craving processed food, craving, junk food, snacks, etc. That's not food noise. Food noise, especially, I thank you guys so much for sharing your experience. But food noise, while it's not a diagnosis itself, it often goes along with EDs or ADHD. Some of you have shared like BED, things like that. It is the difference between like cravings versus food noise is kind of the difference between feeling like, oh, I'm depressed and like clinical depression. That's kind of the metaphor that we've drawn up here in this community. But it's a more out of control feeling than just craving sugar. It's if you read the comments, maybe I should screenshot some of the comments because some of you guys have described really eloquently and just really well, like really understandably, I guess I would say, what the experience is of food noise. And I would say most of us, and probably all of these Make Wellness people, have not experienced that. Now, I do believe that they all have not great relationships to food in their bodies because of having been in Beachbody for so long and now doing Faster Way and Make Wellness and just this obsession with appearance and getting as shredded as possible and measuring everything for so long. Even now, I still have a hard time thinking outside the containers. And I was in Beachbody for 7 years and have been out for 3.5. I guess it'll be 4 in the fall. I don't actually, you know what? Maybe only 2 or 2.5, because as I mentioned, I did continue as like a discount coach for about a year before I fully exited. So I was kind of deprogramming and deconstructing the MLM side of it, the business side of it. And then then I deconstructed the eating and food and supplements and all that stuff side of it. So with help from people like Jen Baruzzo and Amy Ewer and these people that used to be in Body that were sharing their experiences. So thank you guys. The Snark Squad, DC, I love them all so much. And yeah, so I still will have container thoughts coming into my head when I'm preparing my meals. Oh, only a half cup, like only a yellow container, or the amount of servings of carbs I have throughout the day. I'm like, oh, I've had 3. Well, like I can't have another serving of carbs. Or I've had 3 servings of fruit. I can't have another serving of fruit. Freaking fruit. Like if I've had 3 servings of fruit and I'm craving something sweet in the evening and I want an apple, like that's an objectively healthy choice. It messes you up.
Doing that, like reducing those cravings, are going to make my results go faster if I'm lifting weights, using the fit peptide and using the lean, because I don't have any of those cravings that I was having before. So I've seen incredible results. It's great. Like I go to a gym called Bodify in Auto Falls, and we're working on getting these peptides into that gym. And we're in those conversations. They're like, it's like a no brainer. Like we see you, we've been coming to this gym for 3 years and we see like it's undeniable the changes in your physique that have happened in 3 months. So those are incredible. Some of the other
No, like I don't believe it for a second. Oh, you've been coming here for years and we've seen these changes in 3 months. He's been in really good shape since he did P90X in 2012. He in 3 months, so yeah, 3 months ago, it was like right past the holidays. So maybe you put on a little weight over the holidays and then you started like being disciplined again. And maybe now you're lifting weights and maybe you're doing faster way to fat loss. I don't know if he is or not. These people are not exactly forthcoming about everything that they're doing, but I just don't believe it.
peptides, just so you know, we have a focused one. We can't make medical claims, obviously, but I have a friend that's a surgeon. We went to high school together, and he was like, I understand Ozempic and I have physicians that I work with. And so I want to try these products before I go recommend them to other physicians in the office and start selling them as an affiliate. So I need to try them first. He's like, within 2 days, he messaged me. He's like, dude, the focus peptide is working better than any ADHD medication I've used in my entire life. And within
I can't make medical claims, but I'm about to make medical claims. Some of you guys that are subscribed to me have ADHD. Please share in the comments if you feel comfortable. I just don't think that these peptides should replace your medication. This is one of my things that makes me so mad. This is what makes me so mad about Amari. This idea that the goal is to replace your prescription medication, that somehow these products are better or more natural or more healing than your prescription medication. And especially with your mental health, like how has Amari not been sued for someone unaliving themselves because they got off their medication, started taking happy juice? I would put money on that's going to happen.
That first month, he was completely off of his Adderall with our focus peptides. So these peptides are the legit deal. They're working better than I thought they would have. This is not just something that they threw together and like, let's go sell something. There was $100 million into the research and development with the AI technology to identify them. And I can't even count them now. I probably have 150.
Oh, good. Use AI. That's really good for the environment.
Screenshot testimonials of people texting me of what the Calm is doing, having the best sleep of their life on their Aura rings, people inflammation gone, people losing weight. And like I have a friend that's lost 40 pounds that was doing workouts and nutrition with us before. So I'm blown away, and it's nothing short.
See, this is the thing with these MLMs. If something is too good to be true, it probably is. And I usually apply that to the business opportunity. You have a business opportunity to lose money and waste your time and waste years of your life that you can never get back. But also the products, like I feel like, how did I not see this when I was in Beachbody? It's like, you don't have a secret miracle product. Like that's just so unrealistic. Like you don't have a secret miracle product that can give you energy in the morning, that can give you focus so you aren't distracted. And if you have clinical diagnosis, we know better than your doctor, that can give you the energy to work out, that can preserve your muscle and burn your fat, make you lose weight without feeling hungry, and you lose weight from like the belly fat, the visceral fat, like the places you want to. And it's better than GLP-1s. And we have this thing that can make you sleep at night. You sleep so deeply, you don't have to. That's one for me because I've shared that I have some insomnia issues. And so sometimes I have to take a prescription sleeping pill because I just won't sleep. Like my body just won't do it. And I feel they're targeting me with that. I'm like, how dare you? The struggles that I've gone through and the ways that I have tried to deal with it naturally. That is the only thing that I so badly want to go through a portal to a fantasy world I've been dissociating a lot through reading in the last year, especially this year. I've already read so many books in 2025, but that is the one thing ruins my delusions of escaping this universe and going to one where there are morally gray shadow daddies. And that is like, can I take my Ambien with me? But they have magic, so they probably have some kind of magic thing, and it's not an MLM product. But yeah, all that to say, you have you have these miracle solutions for everything. Like that is not realistic. Like we'll wake you up in the morning, we'll keep you focused, we'll give you energy, we'll burn your body fat, but only in the places you want. We'll help you sleep at night, we'll help you poop, we'll make you a ton of money, you'll have the most amazing relationship with your spouse, you'll have an amazing sex drive again, your kids will love you, you'll be able to be there for every moment with your kids. It's like you are being ridiculous. Like I just feel like we should all know that that's unrealistic.
Sort of God's fingerprints on this, on our life and on this business. I want to tell you guys that I would have never quit Beachbody. I would have never quit. And
I said that too, and then I did. So, but also I wasn't at the top of the pyramid like he was. So,
like, I had people tearing me apart on YouTube. There's haters out there all over of like 5-6 years ago saying the Beachbody ship is sinking. A real leader would leave the ship. Now they weren't making videos about me, but they were on my video in my comment section.
They were right. They were right though. So how are they just like haters? Like you're dismissing them as haters and people ripping you apart, and they were right. So we were right. I know I didn't leave till not 5-6 years ago. I left 3-4 years ago, but I saw the writing on the wall. And as that was another thing that, so I had stopped working the business and I was still using the products. And then they rebranded with the whole eat more dessert and health esteem stuff. And I remember when they launched the bike, that was the first launch I didn't buy. I was like, I don't want a bike. Like, I'm not into that. And if you are, that's awesome. Like Peloton's great. Like I'm not into spin. And so I didn't buy it. And like, I saw that launch went badly. And I saw the health esteem going badly. And I just started seeing things. Once you start seeing things, you can't unsee things. But your haters were right. So they're not haters. They're people bringing legitimate criticism and making legitimate points. And they were right.
Tell me that a real leader would abandon ship and take their people with them. And I would kind of fight back then at the time. A few times I'd be like, no, a real leader is the last one off the ship. And so I would have never.
A real leader doesn't scam people and take advantage of people when they're vulnerable and get rich off of other people losing money.
Left. I'm someone who's faithful. When I decide something, I commit to it and I'm faithful to it. Like just so you can kind of get into my heart and my mind, I legitimately, like, I knew numbers were not good. Our income had dropped $500,000 over the course of 7 years from where we built it to volume of sales and production. And so I knew things weren't great, but I fully believed in my heart that if I grew myself enough, if I did enough personal development, if I dreamed big enough that I could build, if I helped enough people get results with our programs and our meal plans, I believe that I could turn that ship around.
That's the brainwashing of MLM, because he may have been at the top, like making the most money, but the people who are in the middle and the bottom, that's what keeps them going, because people like him tell them exactly that. Do more personal development, remove your self-limiting beliefs. And that's why I talk about the manifestation world and the personal development gurus and the people like that on this channel, because it feeds this ecosystem. It keeps people in a scam. It keeps them getting taken advantage of, so the people at the top can benefit from it. So exactly everything he said is how he profited off of other people. And obviously the top of the pyramid is really the CEO, Carl Deichler in this case. So Carl's the one who's the ultimate beneficiary and is benefiting from Scotty believing that stuff.
legitimately felt like they're going to look back and say, Scotty's the one. Scotty and his team are the ones that turned that ship around and made it happen. Unfortunately,
because you also develop a giant ego when you're one of the top people in an MLM, because they put you on stage. You can, limit access. Everyone wants pictures with you. You think that you were successful because you're just an atypical person who gets atypical results. You think that you're just better than everybody and you're a better person. And it gives you a huge ego. And you're not. You just got lucky. You got in at the right time.
Poor decisions were made inside of the company, lost control, poor decisions by the leadership, CEO of the company. Just poor decisions were made that led to the downfall. And
him saying the CEO made poor decisions from a Mormon, that is like, eviscerating Carl Deichler. That is like a huge insult. He is throwing shade from a Mormon. That is like strong words.
And that led to us getting kicked from what we had. And it's nothing short of God's blessing on our life that happened to me.
Ew.
And I'm going to share with you why. And only Gabby knew this. I wasn't good at communicating this to our leaders that we worked with, to our friends. Only Gabby knew this struggle. And now you guys as the whole world knew this struggle. But I wondered what was wrong with me. Like, I was doing everything I possibly could, spinning my wheels, working harder than I ever had, and wondering why I wasn't seeing progress. Why?
And that is what you did to people in your downline. This is so relatable for me as someone who reached the rank of 1-star diamond in Beachbody and could not, no matter what I did, no matter whether I talked to my upline, her upline, no matter how many times I went to Summit and took notes and did everything that these top leaders said to do. And I invested in personal development courses, in a manifestation course, like literally like grasping at straws to figure out what was wrong with me, when the thing that was wrong was the business model. And you have so many brilliant, beautiful, ambitious, smart, loving people who are blaming themselves, thinking, what is wrong with me? Because they can't achieve the results that he achieved, doing the exact same things that he achieved, because it is not their fault and they're blaming themselves. And just the idea of it makes me so mad. And I forgive myself and I don't blame myself anymore. But like, I just want to tell you, if you are in an MLM and you are just spinning your wheels and you're doing everything your upline tells you to, and you're working so hard and you're dedicating so much time and mental and emotional energy, and you're wondering what's wrong with you, nothing is wrong with you. You just weren't one of the luckiest 1%. That's it. Get out. You are worth so much more than this. Even a minimum wage job is going to pay you for your time. Not enough. The minimum wage should be 25, 30 bucks an hour at this point. I know we talked about that in another video. We Googled it. If it had kept up with inflation and cost of living, obviously that depends on where you live, but still better than an MLM. You're not losing money. You're actually getting paid for your time.
Our team wasn't making progress like it did before. And I internalized that. And I don't know if you guys have ever internalized something before, maybe in a relationship, in a job, but I was like, something must be wrong with me. Maybe I lost my charisma that I had as a 29 to 35-year-old. Maybe I'm just getting old and I don't have that charisma to attract the right person that will want to come build a business. And I internalized that. So
you just revealed it's attract the right person that will want to come and build a business, because your success relies on you not just recruiting, but recruiting someone who recruits a lot of people. So you think the reason you're a 5-star diamond, a 10-star diamond, whatever, that means you have 5 diamonds. That means you have 10 people at the diamond rank, is because you manifested them, you attracted them. Like attracts like, your vibe attracts your tribe, all this stuff. So literally they just think that they're a better person. They literally just think, because I'm so awesome, that's how I attracted these awesome people. And your success completely relies on whether the people under you do stuff, which you ultimately don't have control over. And if he had just kept unraveling, if he had just kept realizing like how little control he has over his rank, he might have started to wake up. Because I went through these exact phases when I started to wake up. It's just, it sucks that he has now joined Make Wellness and they're going to have this initial like, oh my gosh, look how fast we're growing. But it's not even going to last as long as Beachbody or some of these other MLMs, because MLM as an industry is dying and people are onto it, and new people aren't willing to join. You might absorb more people from the Modere collapse, but there's no new blood coming in. It's always going to be diminishing because the people at the bottom are going to get sick of it and leave. And you need those people at the bottom. I know you think you're so much better than them, but you need them, because one of those people leaves, your whole pyramid comes crumbling.
Oh, I needed God to shut that door and show me a new place for me to thrive and for the people that I work with to thrive. And so, like, I have conversations with some people that I'm working with that it's nothing short of, like, I feel God's fingerprints on every single thing that's been happening over the past 5 months. From, man, that I met Justin, had him on my podcast prior to this happening, to working together again with my sponsor, Lindsay, that I was with at Body, the relationship that we've built, and that we are, like I told you, I'm a man, I'm faithful. So I considered pairing with other leaders, but I wanted to pair with someone that changed my life so much and continue this.
Being faithful can be a bad thing, and it can be weaponized against you. Staying with something that is no longer serving you way past when you should have left, which is what I did. The fact that I stayed in Beachbody for 7 years, I mean, obviously if I could do it all again, I wouldn't join it all, but I wish that I had given myself like, okay, I have this goal. I want to hit elite. If I don't, or I have this goal, I want to make, $50,000 a year and replace my full-time income. If I don't hit that within 2 years, I'm quitting and just pursuing a normal career. I could have saved myself a lot of heartache, but then I wouldn't be here doing this. So maybe I'll help someone get out of an MLM themselves, and that'll be worth it. But being a faithful person, he's making it sound like a good thing, because of course he doesn't want you to give up. He wants you to be, oh, I'm faithful too. I'm faithful. I'm loyal. I'm going to stick it out. And so you keep him at his rank and keep him making money. And, know when to quit, know when to leave a toxic environment, whether that's MLM, whether that's a job that is just terrible, whether that's a relationship that is turning towards the abusive, know when there's a time to quit, and quitting something can be the right choice, and being faithful can be the wrong choice, and you can really get hurt that way.
This work with her, and to either further to expand on that, her sponsor in this business is her best friend that was a top earner in another company. She's literally the godfather of their child. And now they're together building a business with our peptide company. And they're the
make them an offer you can't refuse.
The most organized, structured team. Like, I'm learning, I have 15 years experience in this, but I'm here learning from them in another company. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And so the systems and organization are there. That's not my strong suit. And so to have the systems and organization and the top tier leadership, nothing short of God's fingerprint that put my sponsor and her best friend, that were the two top earners in two different companies, together and to form this team, is incredible. Another thing that's super incredible is, when Justin found this science, like, he went to Truman Hunt, and I got the opportunity to sit with Truman Hunt at the top 12 dinner at our event 2 weeks ago. Shout out to our team for hitting top 12 in the first 5 months at our first company in convention.
Okay, you hit top 12. Who are the top 10? Lindsay Matway, Moira Kusaba, Aaron Hopkins, Holly Hillier, Amy, whatever, like all the people that we talked about, like all these top Beachbody leaders went to make wellness and they brought their downlines. So like wherever you fell in Beachbody, like so stupid. Like, oh, we hit top 12 in the first 5 months. You had a built-in downline. Stop.
Freaking proud of you guys, of the work that you guys are doing and that you guys are here with us. But I got to sit next to Truman Hunt. Truman Hunt is a retired billionaire. He took the company New Skin, which was a direct sales company, from a few hundred million to 3.5 billion in revenue. And when he saw this science that Justin brought him and about these peptides, he said, I want in. And so we have these.
So he became a billionaire off of scamming and exploiting people. Why are you bringing up New Skin? Again, nobody knows what New Skin is in the regular world. It's not famous. It's not a household name like GLP-1s or Botox or whatever. I don't even know. I assume New Skin is skincare, but like, you became a billionaire off of starting an MLM and scamming people. Like it's not something to be proud of. That's not a flex, dude.
Two incredible dudes that are leading this company. And I just feel like that's God's fingerprint as well. When I got on a Zoom with Justin and Lindsay to make the decision to come build this company, I remember Justin saying, some of you guys are not LDS like I am, and that's totally okay. But he's like, my guy Truman.
Is it though? Does it mean I'm going to HE double hockey sticks? Do I not get my own planet after this is done because I'm not LDS?
He's like, you're going to love him when you meet him. And he said just what I said about him, but he can't be on this Zoom. That was a Thursday that I enrolled. We were on this Zoom, and he's like, because he marries people in a temple for our church on Thursdays. And so he's doing that today. And in my heart, I felt like, man, if he's like, he has the opportunity to come recruit one of the top earners and the top leaders at Beachbody to this new company, but he didn't come because he's fulfilling his calling with his life, his personal life. That's somebody that I want as a leader, because my mission is to remind people that your family is your most important work on earth, help you feel better, and help you earn more income for your family. So all of the buttons, all of the boxes were checking on that. And I felt God's fingerprint 100%. When we went to our first convention in Orlando, it was like a spiritual event for me. I'll never downplay. I'm so grateful for everything that.
Also, this whole video is all over the place. He's just like we talked about with Amy Mashburn, he's just like jumping from topic to topic. These people think like everyone is going to be so captivated. They're such captivating speakers. They're such good speakers. I'm like, you just love the sound of your own voice. Like, you went live or made this YouTube video or whatever. There's no comments on it, by the way. Why do you not have any comments? Like, okay. You're all over the place. This guy's a billionaire, New Skin. This guy's marries people at the temple. I have family. This guy, like, it's just all over the place. Like, what are you doing? I can't follow.
That Beachbody gave me, everything that I learned from it, every relationship, every customer. I'm so grateful for any of you that were a part of that. I feel so blessed for that, because we live that life because you guys were a part of that. And I'm so grateful for that.
And we made our money off of you. He admitted it.
And I loved the events. I got to go to summits. I got to speak on stages. I got to watch my team get celebrated, and they were all great. This was 10 times better. I remember my upline, Jordan and Kristen are my upline sponsors. He got on stage and he's just like, he put his hands down and it was quiet. It's 1,500 people. It's our launch event. And he's like, I want you guys to know first and foremost that I love Jesus. And like, I have the chills thinking about it.
Ew.
And just the people that we are surrounded with.
Ew. The religious manipulation, a business, a job, a corporate event. You need to leave your religion out of it. That has nothing to do with your job, unless it's an MLM where the whole idea is emotional manipulation and trying to get people to stay in this thing that's losing them money through emotional manipulation, religious manipulation, you think you found community, you think you found this family. Let's blur the lines between this and your church. Like let's make this your new church. That's what they're trying to do. I work for an insurance company, a big one of the big ones. You know, you recognize the name. If I went to a conference and the CEO of that insurance company got on stage and was like, first of all, I want you guys to know I love Jesus, I'd be filing a complaint with HR. I'd be like, this has nothing to do with the products that we sell to people. That this is irrelevant. This is not everyone's religion. People who work here have all sorts of religions or no religion. Religion should not be mentioned at a corporate event. That is so unprofessional.
Are the people that I want to do life with. And it's funny, I was joking with my parents and my wife. I was like, man, I heard more Bible quotes than John C. Maxwell, Tony Robbins quotes at that event. It was just so different. It was just so pure.
Red flags. Red flags. You should not be hearing Bible quotes at your work conference. Do you have coworkers who are Muslims, who are atheists, who are Jewish, who are Buddhist? Like, no. Ew, that religious manipulation makes me so mad. You shouldn't need to mention Jesus at all if you have a legitimate business with a legitimate product and a legitimate way for people as independent contractors to make money. I'm an independent contractor in other things besides, the MLM that I was in. As a professional singer, I am often an independent contractor, even with freaking churches, like literally working for a religious institution. Like I have been an independent contractor as a section leader, soloist, holiday gigs. They'll hire professional classical singers for Holy Week, for Christmas holidays, that kind of thing. I fill out a fill out the W-4, and then you get the 1099 in tax time. Anyway, regardless, even they don't ask me about my religion. I'm at the religious service, so obviously there are Bible verses quoted there, but they don't talk about their religion with me one-on-one. It's like, you are here to sing this song and we give you the money. I have been, when I work for an opera company, when I work for do corporate gigs, do private parties, events, things like that, no one has ever I'm there to do a job, and the money, everything's very clear. It's very clear. It's very transactional. And there's no need to bring religion into it, even when I'm working for a religious organization, because it's very clear the work that I'm expected to do and the money that I'm getting paid for it. Why are you bringing religion into it? It's because everything's so murky and you need to manipulate people to stay a part of this thing. And it's gross.
And there was no this team or that team. It was one team of collaboration. It was absolutely so beautiful. Guys, it was so beautiful. We had 12.
That's bull. That's crap. You're all fighting each other for the limited pool of people that you can recruit into this company. All this, we're just one. A rising tide lifts all boats. No. In MLM, only 1% of people can succeed. Everyone else is losing. And we're going to act like we're all this one big family. So the people who are losing will stay and we can keep making money off of them. And meanwhile, we're going to try to get as many people. We're all fighting for the same pool of people that is getting smaller and smaller as people get wise to MLM. Don't lie, Scotty. This is bull. You are using this to manipulate people.
12 people there. And if they watch this video and they see it, they're going to tell you how incredibly beautiful it was. But I have a vision to bring 250 people with us to next year's event. Guys, my parents are already registered. My mom and dad are registered. My dad is building this business and he's almost to Premier Affiliate. If you don't know Premier Affiliate, it's what Beachbody would call a diamond.
Your dad is building it? He's himself building it? You're not placing people under him? I'd be surprised.
Except we don't have any of the weird lingo like emerald, ruby, diamond, left leg, right leg, team volume. We don't have any of that stuff. You advance in this business by just making sales of products. And if you sell a $100 product, you get a commission on a $100 product. But my dad's almost at what that would be equivalent.
No. That was very muddy right there. He said you advance in this business by making sales. You get a commission from selling a product. Okay, these are two different things. I don't care if your compensation plan has different names for the ranks. You just said Premier Affiliate is like Diamond, which means you advance by recruiting people. That's how you rank advance. It doesn't matter if you don't have a binary compensation structure, if you have different names for the different ranks. Bottom line, you advance by recruiting people. I would bet my left titty that you cannot advance in rank by just selling products. I haven't even looked at the compensation plan, but I feel confident that if you are just selling products, you're at the bottom rank. And yeah, you're going to get commission from those sales, but you're not advancing. You're not getting a different title. Okay? Let's be real.
Equivalent to what a diamond was, working on building his business. They're already registered to come to that event, and I'm bringing all 5 of my kids to sit in that room. My kids need to sit in that room and see what we.
So you're indoctrinating your children in MLM. It's bad enough that you're indoctrinating your children in religion, in my opinion. And I am not speaking on Mormonism because I did not grow up in that religion, but I did grow up in evangelical Christianity, and it messed me up. And I have had therapy to undo a lot of the harmful things that I was taught as a child because I was not given the option to go to church. I had to. I was not given the option to learn what are, in my opinion, harmful theological messages. Like, I will be forever tortured for all eternity if I don't believe the right things, which I think is something terrible to tell a child. And actually, if this channel grows to a point where like I actually have members, I have thought about making like members only videos about like religious deconstruction and that kind of thing, because I know I've mentioned it kind of obliquely and it's not something I really want to share super publicly, but I will say like I believe that like forcing religion on children is wrong and it's indoctrination, and he's doing it double. So he's indoctrinating them in LDS, I assume, and he's indoctrinating them in MLM, and they're going to be messed up.
We do and be a part of that. So super excited about that. The thing that I'm most blessed about, that I feel most blessed about, I have a friend named Sarah. She's building her business. It's just so different here. The products sell themselves, so that's cool. But they're
No, they don't, or you wouldn't need an MLM for them. But what do you feel most blessed about? Again, here's an example. You know what I feel most blessed about? I have this friend named Sarah. You know, the products sell themselves. Do you know how to construct a story?
But how to explain this? So if you were a part of Beachbody before, maybe you weren't, but to advance in a rank, you had to recruit 4 people on each leg. And then you had to get one of them on each leg to recruit 2 people on a certain amount of product. Over here, there's 0 enrollment fee, 0 monthly cost to run your business, and you can earn 10 to 40% commissions. You don't even have to have
that. Again, false equivalency. You just said your dad was hitting the rank that's equivalent to Diamond. That rank that he described with like the 4 people on each leg, that is Diamond. Now he's saying, oh, you don't have to do that. You can make commissions of 10 to 40% just selling product. Guess what? You could do that in Beachbody too. You're not rank advancing, but you could do that. And, oh, there's 0 enrollment fees. Okay, but you have to buy $500 to buy that box of crap. Like, you have to be a product of the product, I'm sure. Like, or it's very heavily suggested like, well, why would you sell something that you don't experience yourself? Like you need to be the best customer, you need to be a product of the product, whatever it is. So again, he's making it seem like this is different than Beachbody because you can make money just selling stuff. Beachbody, you could make exactly that percentage commission, because before they lowered the compensation plan, you made 25% commission on all the physical products. So the supplements, Shakeology, all that stuff. And then you made 40% on the digital products. So the Beachbody On Demand, like annual, semi-annual, whatever memberships. Because when they moved from DVDs, people weren't buying, every new program that came out on DVD. It just went into the Beachbody On Demand library. So they raised the commission on that. And then they also started doing the thing where when a new program launched, you could pay for early access, and then they wouldn't release it to the library for like 3 to 6 months. So it's the same thing. And guess what? Now that Beachbody's affiliate, you can still earn that 40% commission. I don't know what the exact affiliate structures are, but I know that it's the same. You can earn commissions on Beachbody products by selling it as an affiliate. And it bothers me so much that Make Wellness calls their representatives affiliates. Like he mentioned, the diamond rank is premier affiliate. You're not an affiliate. And even if you join Make Wellness and you only want to sell the products, you are still not an affiliate because your sales contributes to your upline's paycheck. Whereas if you are an affiliate for a company, you are just linking your affiliate link. Somebody buys through it and you get a commission for that. No one else benefits except for you and the company. There's no one above you. So even if you join an MLM, even if you are like, well, I'm just going to be an affiliate, you are still participating in a pyramid scheme. You are still like participating in what is my opinion, unethical, fraudulent scam.
Have your own auto subscription to earn. There's nothing required like that. You just have an affiliate link and you can sell product. You can enroll affiliates or sell products to customers. And to advance and rank, just to give you guys a simple, like it's just mind blowing to me how simple this is. If you enroll an affiliate and they order some product, or you enroll a customer and they enroll some product, you earn the same commission either way on the volume of that sell, on the amount of that sell. So if there, let's say there's $500 worth of orders between your affiliates and your customers, you had 500 in sales and you get a commission on that. For example, when you get 2,000 in sales, whether it's your affiliates ordering or your customers, you get a guaranteed $500 commission. If you do that in the first full calendar month, you get a $500 commission and a $500 gift card. So absolutely incredible. My parents are coming. I'm going to give you an example of Sarah.
So he never told us how to advance in rank. He started to advance in rank. If you enroll someone as a customer, you make the same commission as if you enroll them as an affiliate. Okay, but you didn't tell me how to advance in rank. Again, I bet my left titty. I would bet my whole left titty that you cannot advance in rank without recruiting. To get that new rank title, you have to recruit.
Sarah is an incredible teacher, worked her butt off for 7 years building her business. In her first 3 months, she is earning more in a year in her first 3 months. So 3 months worth than she did in 7 years building her Beachbody business.
Okay. 2 things. Number 1, it's a brand new company. So yeah, you're getting in on the ground floor. You're getting all this hype. You're getting people in really quickly. So yeah, you can maybe make more money than you did in Beachbody. She says 7 years. So she didn't join Beachbody until 2018 or 2017. Like that, sorry, you missed the boat. You missed the boat. I joined at the end of 2014 and I missed the boat. So you definitely missed the boat. Number 2, that is so twirly. What is it? No, twisty. That's what DC says, twisty. She's earning more in a year than she in the first 3 months than she ever did in Beachbody. So what he's doing with the math, so let's just say she wants to earn $60,000 a year. Maybe she only ever earned $40,000 with Beachbody or something. So that means in the first 3 months, she earned $5,000 each month. First of all, you're a 1099 independent contractor, so no taxes are taken out of that. You have to pay the taxes. Secondly, you can't project that onto the whole year. Make Wellness just started. They could tank in like the next 3 months. Like maybe everyone who's you get done with this huge, groundswell of people coming in from Beachbody. Maybe you get another wave of people coming in from Modere. Maybe Monate goes under next. Fingers crossed. We're manifesting it, you guys. Maybe you get some people from Monate, but you can't project that onto the whole year. In MLM, your income goes up and down like this. And I engaged in deception like this. I will confess it. That's what I'm here to do. I had 1 week that I made $1,500. And I would say for like a year that I was making $1,500 a week. And I had 1 week where I made that much. So I could say whatever 1,500 is times 52. So I could say that based on that $1,500 paycheck, I could be like, oh my gosh, this is more than I ever made waitressing. When I was waitressing, I only made like $30,000 a year. But now with what I'm making at Beachbody, I make $78,000 a year. I would, that's what he's doing. He's basing the first 3 months, he's just, not dividing. He's multiplying it by 4 and being like, oh, she's making more this year annual salary than she ever did at Beachbody based on these first 3 months. But you can't say that because MLM paychecks are so unsteady and everything can collapse in an instant. It's so stressful. I never made $78,000 in Beachbody just because I had that one $1,500 week. I never made $60,000 in Beachbody just because I had that one $5,000 month, which again was before taxes. Like, this is so twisty twirly. That's twirly is me. Twisty is DC. I'm going to start saying twirly.
That's mind blowing to me. So guys, I want to repeat that. 7 years consistently building the compound effect, building up. You take the year, what she earned in a year, she's earned that in 3 months, her first 3 months. Absolutely incredible. I had two ladies that came to the event with us, Jessica Ford and Michelle Bucher. They were with Beachbody for multiple years. I didn't directly mentor them. They weren't directly my people. And Jessica was in my downline before Michelle was not. And I've been working with them, and they wanted to earn the premier experience, and they hit that rank. And while I was talking with them, they're like, we were sitting in a powwow. We had every night something about our team. We get done with the event. We pull together chairs in the lobby and couches, and we sit together and we talk about goals and dreams and mastermind. And like, I was never a diamond. These ladies were in.
That's the type of thing that you do at these events. And it's like, it makes you feel like you go home with all these new ideas and all this fresh energy. And it's like, oh my gosh, I had these amazing conversations, and you feel so close to these people and you feel like you're just on fire for your business. And it's all emotional manipulation. None of it is real. None of it is actual strategies that can grow a small business. Like if you had an actual small business, you could apply growth strategies to attain more clients, to scale your business to the next level, and they would work because it's not a system designed for 99% of people to fail in order for the 1% to succeed.
In there for over 7 years as well, and never achieved the rank of diamond. They achieved what's equivalent to that here in the first 3 months and earn more than they did ever there. And so it is a more, I don't ever want to say,
okay, so it's better than Beachbody because it doesn't have these ranks like diamond, but then they all achieved the equivalent of the rank like diamond. But you can make as much money, you make the same commission as somebody who's a diamond or a premier, even if you're not. Okay, what's your point? Like, you're not different from the other MLMs. He's like, I'm not like the other girls. He's a pick me. You're a pick me MLM. And you're all the same.
Say something's easy, because anything worth having takes difficulty, takes challenge, takes learning, takes a learning curve, but it's more simple. It's here's the science, here's the video, watch the video. If they like it, here's your link to enroll. And it's that as simple as that.
He did not link the science in this, by the way. Where's the science? Is the science in the room with us? What science? Oh, the science by the PhD candidate that hasn't even gotten his PhD?
Explaining left leg, right leg, you got to recruit this, you got to recruit that. It's just so simple. And so my people are winning, and that brings me so much joy. I remember sitting there.
So if it's simple, what is it? You still haven't told us how to advance in this business. All you've said is it's better than Beachbody. You make the same commission no matter what rank you are, but somehow there's 10 to 40% commission. You haven't told us what's 10, what's 40, what the difference is between that. You haven't explicitly said in order to rank advance, you have to recruit people. But that's what I'm picking up. That's what you're putting down. It's what I'm picking up because I know these things. I am not concerned about whether or not I will be keeping my left titty. I'm pretty confident that she's staying right where she is.
Looking at the 12 of us at the event and just feeling like so blessed that God brought these people into our lives, and that I wasn't there alone for my first event. Now I want to share the vision of what we're building and the team that I want. We decided to continue building our home because I believe in this company. I've seen the proof of over 100.
And because you don't need money from this company. Well, you believe in the company. Well, you brought up your entire downline from Beachbody. Maybe not the entire downline, because he did say some people didn't follow him, and he is happy for them. He's not mad about it. But you also have like 92 vacation rentals. So I think you're fine.
Testimonials of our own customers and affiliates. I've seen the proof. Let's see, I'll do the math real quick for you. My first year with Body, obviously I had no experience. And so I was building from scratch. I had no network. And I earned $10,800 with that business. Okay. And I worked my butt off. I worked every single day on that business to build that business. At 14 months, though, I had built it to a 6-figure business. We have earned 6 times that amount that I earned in my full first year. We've earned 6 times that in our first 4.5 months building here.
And you can't compare your first 4.5 months to your first year in an MLM that you then went on to be in for 15 years and just went and you transferred it over. Of course, you're going to have more money in the first 4.5 months because those aren't comparable. Does 4.5 months with Make compare to 4.5 months at your highest spot with Beachbody, at your medium, at whatever rank you're at in Make, the equivalent rank that you were at with Beachbody for 4.5 months? Like, how do those compare? Those are the comparisons. You're not comparing the same thing. He's so twirly.
And so my vision is that I want to build $1 million a year business in 3 years. It's inevitable. It will happen.
No.
I have a goal in 5 years to have 10 people who have earned $1 million with this business. And I want to remind you guys that
you're delusional. MLMs are dying. You can't let the first 4.5 months create your expectations for the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's not going to happen. There aren't enough people that are still going to fall for this. It's just not going to happen. Maybe you will absorb the stragglers from each MLM as it dies. But even in that case, the people that continue, like, it's going to get smaller. Every MLM that dies, the amount of people that stay and move to a new MLM, it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. You're being delusional right now.
Just by enrolling is not going to create your success. It's going to take work, effort, diligence, masterminding, learning from those that are creating success. But I know that we built $5 million earners with Beachbody, and that was hard to explain in a more difficult model. So my goal is to build $10 million earners in 10 years with this company.
Beachbody was huge at one point. You built 5 people who joined the Million Club, which, by the way, is like cumulative. So also I want to clarify that when he's talking about $1 million earners, he's talking cumulative, not in a year, not $1 million in a year. That's, very, very few people ever got that. And that those $1 million earners, he had 5 of them on his, he didn't create them. He had 5 of them on his team. And Beachbody at its peak had over 500,000 coaches at like the top of MLM, was a $1 billion company. It was a giant. Make is never going to get there. I feel pretty confident that Make is never going to reach the heights of any MLMs from the mid 2010s. They had their moment. Like it's never going to happen.
And hundreds of six-figure earners with this business. I have a goal in 5 years to have a team that is doing $5 million of sales every single month. And I won't say what my goal of income is at that point, but I have a vision of that. My strong reason and why am I doing this? Yes, I want to pay off the dream home that we're building. I want to see my daughters get married in the backyard and beautiful receptions. And I want to have other people come experience that place. And it's like a dream come.
What about your sons? Feminist moment, feminist interruption. Women are allowed to have dreams for their life that don't include marriage. And parents should have dreams for their daughters that aren't centered around marriage. Marriage should just be one option of many that you pursue in your life. Like we should be raising kids. Like, yeah, some people, when they get older, they want to have a life partner and they get married and maybe they have kids, maybe they don't. And they just combine their lives and they kind of live their lives together. And that person can be a man, a woman, a non-binary person. Like, or some people don't want to have a partner because they just don't feel romantic feelings, and that's okay. And some people maybe want to have like a group of people that they live their lives with. Like it doesn't have, marriage is not like compulsory, and it is not, again, it's like these conservatives. It's like, oh, my girls, like they're going to be a bride someday. It's like, really? Like, that's your dream for a girl, that she does like the most basic thing that requires no skill that anyone can do. You don't have to like prove any qualifications. Like they'll let anybody get married, like in some states, you don't even have to be 18. Like, that's real. That's a thing. Like, anyway, feminist moment. You can have dreams for your daughters besides just marriage. That shouldn't even be a dream. That should just be like a thing that some people do. And some people, it's like getting a job. Well, actually, you need a job more than you need to get married, because you need to be able to buy stuff to like live. Anyway.
Come true to them, something they could have never experienced had I not gone after my goals and dreams. But my intrinsic reason, those are extrinsic reasons: money amount, how many people I help hit X amount of earnings, and what they build with their team. Those are extrinsic rewards. Extrinsic rewards won't help you build something for the long term. Intrinsic ones will. Here's my intrinsic rewards. My wife expressed the fears that what if you passed away? What if something happened to you? I couldn't afford that home. I've said, well, first of all, I said, you could sell that home and come back and live in this home that we've lived in for 19 years. But I was like, here's what I'm going to do, Gabby. I'm going to build a team and a business so strong that if something happened to me, this business would probably 10x without me, because the team loves you and loves us because of the way that we poured into them. They're going to pour back and their business will grow because of it. And you'll never have to worry about money again. I'm going to build a business so strong.
It's just immediately confessing the people at the top profit off of the labor of their team. He just said it. He doesn't even have to be there. And his wife can still collect a paycheck as long as his team keeps working. There you go. He just confessed it. So if you join his team, you are contributing to his lifestyle and his wife's lifestyle so that they can live in their dream home and have their original home and have all their vacation homes. Is that what you want to do? Do you want to create his dream life? Because you sure as hell ain't creating yours.
That it does that. It builds a financial fortitude around my family. I'm going to work hard every single day so that those on this team that are building as well, build a financial fortitude around their family so that if something happened in the future, you never have to worry about income before. It's not going to magically happen. You have to work.
Only a few people can build that financial fortitude around their family. Only a few. There has to be someone at the bottom losing. There has to be. It's the structure of the business.
For that, but that's the vision I'm creating. But here's the most important one. Sorry, my kids saw me broken on the floor for 2 days, scared of what the future looked like, lost because I didn't know what to do after losing that business.
I'm sorry. Lies. Go back and watch part 1 if you missed it. He literally said, so this is all one video. I put in 2 parts because I yap so much. But earlier in this exact video that we are reacting to, he said when Beachbody decided, well, he said when Beachbody went under or when I lost my business or whatever, Beachbody didn't go under. Beachbody's still in business. It just went affiliate. But he said, you know what? Maybe we just live because we have our vacation homes. We've been good stewards of our money. We don't have to jump to something new. We can just live off of what we've created and we just won't build our dream house. He said he was fine. He literally said everything was fine and that he didn't need to move to Make Wellness. Now he's saying he was broken on the floor for 2 days, sobbing, scared of the future because his income got taken away and he didn't know what to do next. So which is the truth? Which is the truth, Scotty? They can't both be true at the same time. Either you were fine and you were planning to just live and you didn't need Make Wellness, or you were broken on the floor and you needed Make Wellness. Which one is it? They can't both be true at once. This is not me being a hater. This is me pointing out that you have given 2 opposite stories of what happened to you when Beachbody made their announcement. And they're conflicting.
Of 15 years. And my intrinsic reason why I'm showing up every single day and why I'm going to absolutely crush it and our success as a team is inevitable, because I want my kids to see the example of their dad getting knocked down, getting everything taken away from them, and to see him come back and build.
Nothing got taken away from you except the people you were exploiting in your downline. And it looks like you're taking them with you to Make Wellness. You said you had plenty of money from all your vacation rentals that you didn't even need your Beachbody income. So nothing got taken away from you. These are crocodile tears. This is a fake man.
Build something 10 times stronger. That's my intrinsic reason. That's the reason I'm showing up more passionate than ever. And that's the reason I know my success will be inevitable. Whether you come on board and you quit in a year, or you come on board and you crush it with us for the next 20 years, I will be here and I
ain't gonna be around in 20 years. And you know what? I make you guys this promise. If Make Wellness is still around this time next year and they release an income disclosure statement, we are going to do a video on that and we are going to get into it.
We'll build, and my vision and my goal is we will build the best leaders this industry has ever seen. Better than anyone has ever seen. We'll build those leaders. Here's the incredible things, my friend. I have 2 of my dear friends, like they live in the neighborhood. I'm wrapping it up right here. I promise. When we move into our dream home, the end of May or June, if they fall behind, but I'm praying it's the end of May. 2 of the guys on our team are in that neighborhood, and we're going to be going to church together. One of them is my elders quorum president when I move in. One of them is crushing my own personal sales, and he's never done direct sales before. One of them is a doctor of physical therapy that's working on getting the biggest health club in our hometown on board as we speak right now. He's on a meeting on how to set that up.
If that health club starts promoting Make Wellness products, if you live in Utah, if you live in that area and that health club starts partnering with Make Wellness, quit. Go somewhere else. There's so many gyms. There's so many health clubs. There's so many places you can go. Don't support Make Wellness. It's a scam.
It's incredible to me. We have naturopaths coming on board. We have physical therapists that are adding this into their practice. We have gyms and health clubs that want to sell these peptides in their offices. We are building.
Which ones specifically? Give me a list. Cite your sources.
$1 billion company. We've already paid out over $18 million in commissions to affiliates just like me and you, who are out here helping people spread the message that we have the first all natural, bioactive, precision, all natural peptides.
What was the percentages of that 18 million? Like, how did that shake out amongst all the affiliates? Was most of it concentrated in about 1% of the affiliates? The reps, I'm going to call them reps. I can't call them affiliates. They're not affiliates. That already means something. It's like I said in another video, you can't call a zebra a donkey. Like, whoever saw a zebra was like, that looks like a donkey, but it has stripes. So we have to call it something different, because if I call it a donkey, people are going to get confused. It's a zebra. Okay, we're going to call that a zebra. If you are in a multi-level marketing company and you're selling products for a multi-level marketing company, you are not an affiliate. That already means something. You are a zebra.
They will be in every home. I want you guys to think about this.
Actually, we should call the MLM reps donkeys, because then I can just be like, you're an ass. You're an ass.
You guys know what essential oils are. What do you think of when you hear essential oils? doTERRA. We have natural peptides. Sure, someone else is going to come out with natural peptides in the future.
Yes, someone else is going to come out with peptides. It's Nueva. It's the new people the top people from Modere. It's John Melton and all those crazy people that, if you watched DC's Live or Julie Anderson's, the people are reviewing this video, they all have crazy eyes. They're so hyped and they're like edifying each other the whole time. Nueva is coming out with peptides, and we are entering the peptide wars 2025. And I think we should make t-shirts, and it could be like DC suggested, like a Clone Wars theme. I think that's great. I also think maybe at the end of the year we could be like, I survived the peptide wars, or I went to the peptide wars and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. We could do that.
But when they hear natural peptides, they're going to know Make Wellness. And so my question is, are you going to be a part of this with us or not? You might be skeptical, and that's okay. Keep watching. I watched for 9 months before I started on my first one. But guys, people ask me, when did you see success? Or when did you want to realize this was going to be the thing for you? Guys, I wish I would have started those 9 months earlier. And that's the thing I'm going to share with you guys. Make the decision. If you're like skeptical, ask me, send me a message. I'm never going to try to convince you to join me, because if I have to try to convince you or do some sales tactics.
I feel like I said all of this stuff in Beachbody when they say like, oh, I was skeptical for however many months. I just wish I had joined right away. That's a manipulation tactic to get you to join right away. Okay.
Tactic to get you to join. I'm going to have to try to drag you to build a business. That's not the business I'm building. I'm building with people like my friend Jared, who's a metabolism expert, who knows that peptides are the future, and who's out there crushing my own personal.
What's a metabolism expert? Are there any? That is not a job that I have ever heard of. Are there any metabolism experts in the comments? Please chime in.
Cells, or I'm trying to keep up with them. That's the type of business I want to build. That's the type of leadership that I want to build inside of this business. So
this is negging, by the way. Prove yourself to me. Like, prove you're good enough to join my team. He needs you. He needs you, not the other way around. He's trying to make it seem like he's the great leader. He's going to help you be successful. It's the opposite. He needs you to make him successful. That's how MLMs work.
Ask questions. Come to me. Be like, send me the research paper. I want to see the clinical trials. I want to see the research behind the fit peptide. I want to see the research. Ask me. I'll send them to you. You do your own research and science. You watch, and when you feel that calling on your heart,
you do your own research by reading the research that I send to you.
Like, this is it. I'm going all in. I'm building this with Scotty. Then you message me and we go. So my friends, sorry that went longer than I wanted, but if you guys have any questions, I'm an open book. Come ask questions, and let's build this thing together. And if you're not going to build this with us, I want you to know I love you just the same. If you know somebody that that's thinking about injectable peptides, or they've lost so much muscle and you don't want to do this, like tag them in the video, send them my info. I'll send them the science. I'll send them, we have short 10-minute videos talking about natural versus synthetic peptides. I'll send them the info. They can make the decision for themselves. A referral is a man's best friend. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have an incredible rest of your week. And
okay, he is done. It took us. I didn't even look at the recording time, 1 hour and 21 minutes. You guys, okay. He said so much crap. So we had to do it. We had to debunk literally every piece of crap that he said. And I'm going to bet my right titty that if Make Wellness has an income disclosure statement a year from now, that it will show most people lose money and very few people actually even earn a profit, let alone earn a significant income. So I have now wagered both of my boobs and I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So let's wrap this up. This was a long one. That's what she said. Hopefully I entertained you while you're at work or while you're cleaning or whatever, but please leave a comment, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That's a free way you can support my channel. I don't need your money. I just need your subscription. So there you go. We'll be back. There's so much. I know a lot of anti-MLM creators have moved on to covering more influencers, and I consume their content, but this is still a huge threat. The MLMs are still here. There's new ones popping up. There's these people manipulating, and I'm going to be here to call it out. So I am also covering like the manifestation people and the personal development people. So that's kind of my area that we're going to hang out in. And I love that people have started sending me stuff, whether it's manifestation people, MLM people. Please continue sending me stuff. I love it. And we're never going to run out of scammers to cover. If we do, then yay. But if we don't, we got to be here. We got to be protecting people. We got to be debunking misinformation and calling out these scammers. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Kiss your pets on their little heads for me. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
What does perfect even mean?